Hi and welcome back to Normski TV. Fantastic day today with regards to Arsenal. Fantastic away win, 2-0. Don't know what to say. Just really good to see Arteta's side, really knuckling down, and today was a really good professional display from the team. I saw the actual team that came out, and I thought, hey, he's made some more. He's made some more changes. I was talking with a friend. He was not too happy about the back three. The only thing I would have said concerning the back three, because it was obviously KOLASINAC, Luiz, and MUSTAFI. I know David Luiz. I think the last two games he's had a pretty much decent game. He does well in a free, and MUSTAFI really has been playing quite well since Arteta has taken over. The thing about KOLASINAC for me is that he's not comfortable in that position. But today, we as a team defended very well. And so, looking at the team, we had MARTINEZ in goal, who's, really doing a great job in place of Leno, who's injured at the moment. And then in front of them, because obviously Arteta went with a 3-4-3 formation. He had TIERNEY as the left wing back, Xhaka, CEBALLOS in the middle, and SOARES. He, started in front of Bellerin, and also Aubameyang on the left, Nketiah down the middle, and Saka on the right. So it was a changed team, but as I said, we came away with a 2-0 victory. And today, I'm obviously looking to do the player ratings and just say what my thoughts on each individual player. And as a team, as I said, we really done well. Wolves is not an easy place to go away to. They have done very well. They're on 52 points, and the manager has got them organised, and they're a very hard team to beat. And when you got the likes of TORREIRA, and MARTINEZ, those sort of players in there, they play with, like, I think it's a 3-5-2 system that they play with, and TORREIRA and MARTINEZ, with TORREIRA's pace and MARTINEZ's guile, they worked quite well together, and I thought that we would have been, facing some sort of difficulty against them, especially with our back three. But we done well. We absolutely kept TORREIRA quiet. He was very quiet. It was unbelievable, actually, because he didn't really have much of a look at it. I mean, the only real chance he had was when he was one-on-one with the keeper, and then MARTINEZ came out and sort of put a little bit of pressure on him, and he had to lob the keeper. Lucky and fortunate enough that went over the crossbar on top of the netting. So we could have ended up being 1-0 down, but thankfully that wasn't the case. And Saka, the man who's signed a 4-year deal, gave us what he was worth, and he took his goal really well I think it was from a deflected cross from TIERNEY, and he didn't hit it on the volley. Nicely, coolly taken. And this is why we've paid this amount of money to Saka in terms of his wages, and to sign him in to a long-term deal, because he is the future of Arsenal, and he absolutely done really well today. And the likes of TIERNEY, very well organised in terms of his defensive position and even attacking. As you can see, he was the one that put the cross in. So I'm really pleased about the way TIERNEY is starting to, really take shape in the side. And so, and then, you look at the bench, you had the likes of Lacazette on there. You had WILLOCK, Bellerin, TORREIRA, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. These are players that eventually did come on. Arteta is putting his foot down now. He is a no-nonsense manager, and I think he doesn't care who he upsets. Again, we don't see Guendouzi on the bench or Ozil, and I think their time is slowly coming to an end. More say Guendouzi, because I just think looking at the way the team played today, again, talking with some friends, they were saying, sorry, that, you know, he seems to, I don't know, maybe slow the play down. I don't know what it is. There's no control in the middle. I think CEBALLOS today and Xhaka really did control the middle really well today. Kept the ball ticking over, and especially CEBALLOS. I don't know what's happened to him in the last 2 or 3 games, but he's really putting a shift in terms of his tenaciousness, his tackling, his passing, getting on the ball, you know, releasing the ball. You know, it's really good by him, and he's not, you know, spinning on the ball or calling him a spinning top, as it were. You know, he's picking up the ball, looking up and finding his pass and getting his pass off quick. The only thing I would say about Arsenal is that as Arteta begins to, you know, impress in terms of his ideas on the team, and with the likes of Willock and Saka, Saka and Maitland-Niles, Willock, you know, Martinelli, you know, I really do think he's going to mould these guys in terms of Nketiah. You know, he's going to really mould these guys into what he wants them to be in terms of this kind of pressing and you know, pressing with, playing with speed and everything. And I think that's the only thing that Arsenal really need to do, is just really maybe quicken up their passing. Sometimes it can feel like a training game, you know. But I just think if they pass the ball, when they pass quickly, then, you know, you start to get the results, because it means the other team is going to find it difficult to get the ball of you. But if you dwell on it too long, then the likelihood is that the team's going to win it off you. And Wolves are a sort of team that, well, they can win the ball off you and break on you quick. But fortunate today, we really did well as a team defensively, and I was really pleased with the way the team set out today. As I said early on, it was a very professional job done by the Arteta's team today. Really, you know, you're going away to Wolves. Remember, Wolves. You're going away to Wolves. Wolves who've you know, played done well against the top 6. We got slapped up by them last season. I think we ended up losing 3-1 against them, and they ended up drawing at our ground this season. When we played them at home, we ended up drawing against them. They could have even won the game. And going into this game, you know, I was quite worried. Even though we was coming off the back of a couple of wins, I was a little bit worried, because I'm thinking, well, you know, we just slapped up Norwich 4-0. Now we're going to Wolves, which is a very difficult place to go to. But as I said, I'm really chuffed in the way we went about our business today. And yeah, I don't really know much more to say. It's just that we're on a roll. You know, our next game is Leicester at home. You know, if we can beat them, I know Jamie Vardy today scored 2 goals, and I think he's now Centurion in terms of the amount of goals he's scored in the top flight. He's 101 goals, which is really good. So, you know, they're going to be confident coming into the game. We're confident going into the game, but I think we're at home. You know, the momentum is with us, and I do think that we will beat Leicester come Tuesday. But let's focus on today in terms of Arsenal's win of 2-0, and just want to give some player ratings. And let's first of all talk about Martinez. Guys coming and deputised for Leno, who's injured, and, you know, I think he's kept something like 7 or 8 clean sheets, which is absolutely brilliant. Very confident in the air, catching the ball, very good ball stopper. You know, every now and again he will kind of make a little, like, it gets you on edge, you know, because I think today he played a short pass to, I think it was Xhaka. Not to say that they nearly scored from it, but, you know, you don't want to take those chances, especially against teams that can really press. And so, you know, he had another good game today. Didn't have really much to do. And so I'm going to give Martinez a 7. MUSTAFI, every ball that was coming over the top, he was winning it. Winning the headers, which was really good. And MUSTAFI under Arteta has really done well. I've got to say, done absolutely well. And I really do believe that I think Arteta will probably keep him. That's my personal feeling. I mean, look, you know, we've got the likes of Pablo Mari, who've been signed on a permanent, and we've got quite a lot of defenders. And I think, you know, we can talk about it another day, but there are going to be some defenders that we're going to need to let go. But I think MUSTAFI's done really well. He's very aggressive in the tackle, winning headers. So really pleased for Mustafi, and today I'm also going to give Mustafi a 7. David Luiz, you know, he done really well today, and you know, he picked up a yellow card, an early yellow card, but you know, he had that discipline, you know, to go through the game, and he was quite assured, you know, releasing the ball when he needs, defending, getting rid of the ball, not dilly-dallying on it and mucking about with it. And he's done really well as well. So I'm going to give David Luiz an 8 because I think he really did well in that central area. Coming on to Kolasinac. Now, he is probably the weakest of the when I say the weakest of the three, what I mean is that I wouldn't score him as high as the other two. Thing about Kolasinac is that I don't know if it's because I know when he first came, I know he's playing in that kind of three, and he has to defend more in terms of, as opposed to playing as a left back. And I think he's more uncomfortable in this position as opposed to him playing at a left back. And what I find with him, and I said it in the last video, is that when he picks the ball up, he has this habit of turning back and playing it back. I don't see him forging forward with it, or even, you know, trying an overlap with Tierney or anything like that. And in his positional sense, I mean, there was one instance in the game where Tierney had TORREIRA, and I can't remember who the other player was. Two men that Tierney had to do in terms of defensive work, and he had a real good go at Kolasinac and saying, look, I've got two players, you need to pick up on one. And that's the problem with Kolasinac. He gets drawn to the ball too easy, and his positional sense is not good. And for me, I'm gonna give him a 6. I'm gonna give Kolasinac a 6. Moving into the wing backs, go with Tierney. Another good solid game today. Got taken off in the second half. I don't know if it was injury or tiredness, and I was getting a little bit worried because obviously I was thinking, you know, it didn't seem like he was carrying an injury or anything like that. But you know, he did get taken off, and but before he did come off, his game was really solid, positional wise, and also he put in the cross. You know, he was forging up the left-hand side, causing all sorts of problems, and putting in that cross for Saka to get on the end of it, albeit by a deflection, and then him volleying it into the back of the net, which is brilliant. Tierney, for me, I'm going to give Tierney a 7. I'm going to give Tierney a 7. Sorry, even though he came off, I'm going to give him a 7. On the other side, you got Cedric Soares. You know, I think off the back of the short period of time that he came on in the Norwich game, he did a lot more than what Bellerin did, and had a pretty much an alright game, and another alright game. You know, was quite solid. You know, tracking back. You know, much more technical than Bellerin, and he does like to go forward, which is really good. So it gives us that width. So for me, I'm going to give Soares a 7 as well. Moving into the middle, Dani Ceballos. Again, another good game today. You know, he was, as I said, he worked really hard, worked his socks off, and I felt that he came more into the game in the second half. That was my personal opinion. I may have seen it wrong, but it looked like he came more into the game in the second half. But you know, he kept on going, kept on running, and I found that was really good. And he really seemed to be cementing that place. I mean, you know, I think that combination of Xhaka and Ceballos is a good combination, because when you've got the likes of Xhaka in that place, well, I'll come to him in a minute, in that actual midfield, you know, things are much tighter in terms of them. You know, it's a lot more stronger, and Xhaka seems to do quite well playing alongside Dani Ceballos. So I'm going to give Dani Ceballos a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give Dani Ceballos a 7. Granit Xhaka, another solid game, kept it ticking over. You know, I think, personally speaking, for me, you know, he was winning tackles and just breaking up play and spraying those long passes. And I would, personally speaking, I would give him the man of the match. And I'm going to give Granit Xhaka 8. Give Granit Xhaka 8. Then going up to the the front three, we'll start off with Saka, who got the goal, the first goal for us. You know, the thing is, he's a guy that can play in a numerous amounts of positions. He played on the right, he's played on the left. I think he's been played as a central midfielder as well as a wing back or left back. And you can see why we've tied him down to this deal. And he's got a goal. I believe it's his first Premier League goal, so that's absolutely brilliant. And it's just good to see him on the score sheet. It's all good news all around because he's signed a 4-year deal. And he scored today. I wouldn't say he was in the game a lot, you know what I mean? But when it mattered, you know, he scored. So I'm going to give Saka a 7. And Nketiah, just always closing down, you know, working his socks off, working hard. Nearly scored a goal at the near post. The keeper managed to parry it away onto the post. But he's just constantly harassing the defenders and keeping them on, you know, thinking. I think just if anything about Nketiah, it's just about his movement and just knowing where to run into the space. And I think that will come slowly with his game. I'm sure Arteta will be able to sort of help him with that. So I'm going to give Nketiah a 7. Aubameyang, you know, again, he didn't get his goal today, but he did work hard, you know. And I think this is what Arteta's starting to do. He's starting to change his game now, where he's running back and helping out Tierney. He's closing down. You know, he's starting to dribble with the ball. You know, so it's all good. The only thing we'll just hope is that there's news coming out that, you know, he wants a 3-year deal, 250,000. Arsenal, give it to him, mate, because I'm telling you, mate, this guy has kept us where we are today. And if it wasn't for his goals, we would be way down the league. Even though, you know, he didn't get his goal today, he did work hard for the team and an all-round effort for the team. You know, I'm going to also give him a 7 as well. He's done really, really well. And then the players that came on, let's start with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He came on for the subs. He came on for Kieran Tierney. And when he came in there, mate, I'll tell you what, he really did, for me, brilliant stuff. You know, I'm not going to give him a 5. But, you know, normally, these guys come on here for but in the short space of time that he came on, this guy really did put in some shift. And, you know, he kept Traore quiet, absolutely quiet, and winning tackles, just all round. I just like his attitude. And again, you know, Arteta's obviously had a word with him and said, listen, you need to knuckle down. So Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I'm going to give Ainsley Maitland-Niles a 7. Joe Willock came on for Saka, and, you know, he came on the right-hand side. And, you know, again, he came on, and Joe Willock is Joe Willock, you know, in terms of, you know, he will try and win the ball and run with it. Do you know what I mean? He's quite what I call one of these players that he kind of drifts with the ball. Do you know what I mean? The only thing he just needs to probably do is just let go of it, release it a bit earlier. I mean, there was a chance where he could have made it 3-0. But unfortunately, he got saved off the line. But Joe Willock, I'm going to give Joe Willock a 6. Hector Bellerin came on for SOARES, and to be honest, he came on, and I think he knows that he's got competition. And when he did come on, he looked like he was up for the fight, putting a few good tackles, and even forging up the field. So, you know, he must be thinking, you know what? And it's good to have healthy competition. It's absolutely good to have healthy competition. So I'm going to give Bellerin a 6, yeah? Lucas Torreira came on, you know, just to shore up the middle. And he came on for Danny Ceballos. And, you know, I think he needed to, because Danny was starting to fade a little bit because of the amount of running he was doing. And Torreira came on, shored up, broke up the play where he needed to break up the play. And it's just good to see him come back. But I'm going to give him a 5, because he's only on for about 7 or 8 minutes. And then Alexander Lacazette came on for Eddie. And Mr. Lacazette. Oh, did I give? No, I can't remember. Did I give Lucas Torreira? I did say I'll give Lucas Torreira. I think it was a 5. I said. But yeah, we'll go on to Lacazette, who came on for Nketiah, and at last you've got your away goal, Lacazette. Well taken goal, well done. Again, you came on, you put yourself about. and this time he was more composed in front of goal. A nice ball. I think it was Willock that possibly set him up, if my memory serves me right, and makes it 2-0, secures the game in the 83rd minute. No, sorry, not in the 83rd minute. I think it was around about the maybe 85th, 86th minute, which was absolutely brilliant. And so, you know, as I said, all round the team really played well. And then the manager, Mikel, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Really done well with the choice and selection, team selection, and also is bringing on, you know, the changes with the subs. Done really well, managed the game really well, and you know, you can see that he's trying to implement his ideas on the team, and you can only do it with the likes of those young players. And then if he can just get the balance right and just hopefully hope that the ball will sort of back him with the funds come the transfer window when it opens. Listen, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care.